Good evening, guys. Hello.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening. Yeah, let me share my screen. I think in last class we seen one example. I remember. What is the one? This is the one, right? What is the one? We are called stored proc without passing any parameters, right? Am I right, guys? Is there any
Yes,
other? Yeah, it is showing an error. Let's see what is the error. Oh, everything is good. Then why it is showing an error? 1 second. Today we're going to see what is the in parameter, out parameter, and in out parameter, how we can map the stored proc side, main and the mule side. Okay, let's see it. Okay, where is this one? Oh, I think. Okay. So previously we are calling the stored proc with the name the sample, and this doesn't take any parameter, and we can call the stored proc by using the word call, right? This is the one we are seeing. So for the error scenario, so I'm trying to pass the any argument, but it is throwing an error. But now you can see I created one more store proc, that is, you can see I am showing you. So this is the store proc. Okay, let me show you. You can see what is the name of the store proc? What is the name of store proc? Employee ID info, and this store proc taking one input parameter, that is ID. You can see what kind of parameter it is.
input
In parameter, right? Then we need to pass this value. What is the data type I am passing here?
ID.
No. What is the data type I
Sorry,
am passing
numeric.
here?
Numeric.
Numeric. So whatever the ID I am passing, that particular employee information I am picking. So this is the simple body I written. Maybe in the real time, they are using the several lines of code maybe written inside of the stored proc. But here I am written one simple one. Whatever the employee ID I am passing for this one, that employee information is picking. This is the working principle of this stored proc. Okay. So we need to configure the store proc in the mule side. For this one, we need to pass one in parameter, and let's see how we can able to pass that one. Okay. I'm creating the otherwise I'm say taking the same thing. So what is the name of the stored proc? What is the name of the stored proc? Employee
Employee
ID
ID.
info. Then you can simply take this name, and here we need to call this one. Okay. It is taking how many parameters? It is taking how many parameter? It is taking only one input parameter, that is ID. I am passing that ID here. So we need to pass value here. The same thing. The remaining everything is same. ID equal to. So which ID I need to pass it? Whatever the employee ID I am passing, that employee ID. Let us say we can pass employee ID from my payload dot id. Okay. Okay, guys. Are you getting my point? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is the way you can see here. I'm mapping with what parameter? Input parameter. Okay. So we need to pass the employee ID here. You can simply save it. Let's try to execute it. Let's see what is the output it is getting. SP call. Okay. Let me open the Postman meanwhile. So this store proc takes only one parameter, that is in parameter, and we can modify this one to it is taking two parameter. That scenario also we can see that. Let's see. Okay, I think someone is asking that query first, right? I remember query single. Okay, that's example also we are going to see this one. First we will execute this one and we will see that. But this is desperate, then we can hit the SP call. I think we are past the basic path. No, let me check this one. Yeah, I'm passing this basic path. And SP call. Here we need to pass the one employee ID. That should be only one thing. That is ID. ID equal to, it is a JSON, so we need to give the keys here, and I can give 119. Okay, let's hit it. Oh, for this 119 there is no data. Let me check this one. Select star from employee.
110.
Yeah, and I think 115 is the last number, then we need to pass that one only. I can pass 114. Let's check it. Now you can see it is picking that particular one. So here the question is, so whatever the value here you are passing, you are mapped that value as the input in parameter to your store proc. So whatever the code they are written inside of the store proc, that is executed, and whatever the result is coming, it is displaying. Okay, so this is the way we need to pass values to your input parameter to your store proc. Okay, you guys are understand?
Yeah.
Yeah, for example, I'm changing this store proc contains two variable. For example, I think this is the one, right? Let us say employee ID is there, and there is one more parameter is there, that is I am giving as a name,
Name.
and whatever the name it is there, I want to, okay, first I try to insert the command. I am removing this one and insert into, otherwise I can, one second, I can write update command, then it is update the update set employee name equal to whatever the variable is there, employee name equal to name, where employee ID equal to ID. So this is the code I was written, employee name equal to name. I think update set, oh, employee, yeah, update employee set employee name equal whatever the name I am passing to which employee ID, whatever the employee. This is the store proc I was written. Let's run first. We can apply this one. Syntax error. Is there any errors are there, guys? Otherwise, we can create a new store proc. Update employee, and it is taking two parameters. I am creating the new store proc, and it is taking two parameter. And oh, one second. Varchar of 20, we need to pass the date, time, and sorry, date, not what is this one, size. And I return the statement inside of that one. So this is the, what is the name of the store proc? Update employee the store proc, and it is taking two parameter ID and name. Whatever the ID I am passing for that ID, it is automatically setting the this one. First we need to check it or in the table, employee name, employee ID is there, employee name is there. Employee name is there, employee ID. Okay, then we can creating this store proc. You can see we no need to create any store proc, but I'm just explaining. First I am executing this one in the normal one. So what is the store proc name? What is the store proc name? Call
Employee.
update employee, and it is taking two parameters. One is your
ID.
input parameter employee ID, and second one is the name. For example, I am giving the Muir. I want to check it whether it is setting that value or not when we're executing this one. So let's go and see output of this one. You can see 114, you can see that means after executing our store proc, whatever the employee ID you are passing, it is automatically updated. Got it, guys? Now what is your requirement? You need to call this update employee inside of your mule. So what is the name of here? Update employee, but you can see I want to replicate the error scenario. This update employee store proc is expecting two parameters, but you are passing how many? Right, right. Let's see what the error it is coming, because so these are the things you need to remember it. Let's save the run. Yeah. We can run this one, then see. We can see, oh, what is the name of this employee? I
Yeah,
think,
spelling mistake, teacher.
yeah, we can
Fondesh.
copy and we can paste here. Then there is no, okay, save one more time. Let's hit it. Okay, then we can send it. Now you can see what is the one
Incorrect number.
incorrect number of arguments. It is expecting two things, but you are passing only one. This is the one scenario. For example, I am passing more than two values. Let's see. It is expecting employee name, right? Otherwise, I can pass it as a name, and I'm passing as three parameter. This time I'm passing. Let's check it. What it is coming. Name equal to payload dot name and job equal to some HR Amstrad. Okay. For this one also I'm passing the name equal to, I can give Smith. Let's check it. First we will save this program. So the first scenario, not sufficient values I am passing. In second scenario, I am passing the more than expected input value. Let's see this time what error it is throwing. Now you can see what is the same thing, right? You can
Yeah.
see the last it is indicating, right? It is expected
Two.
two argument, but you are passing three. So this is the way we can able to identify it. So whenever you are calling the store proc, so whenever it is throwing an error, first we can check this one. So depending on this one, you can able to identify. So what is the error, right? Okay. Let's say there is one more scenario. For example, so I am passing only two arguments, but mismatched data types I am passing. Let's say. These are all the real-time problems generally we are finding. You can see there are two parameters only I am passing. I'm saving this one, but at the time of passing the values, let's see what happens. I'm passing the actually first parameter is the numeric and second one is the number, right? But here you can see I am passing the both are as a string. Let's see what the error I am getting for this one. You can see what the error I am getting.
Null.
Null. Why it is throwing a null? Because this is the string, right? So this is the mismatched happen down, you can see. So this the null, why it is returning means it is not giving any output, right? When we try to comparing the null value with the store proc, it is not returning any value. That's why it is returning an error. So how we can overcome these kind of problems? You can see always whenever you are passing the values, so we need to convert them as a proper data type. Even though it is coming as a string, it is automatically converted to the number. That number is mapped here. Okay. Got it, guys?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
this is the one, just remember always. So you can typecasting, this we can call it as typecasting, right? So we can simply whenever at the time of your store proc calling, so what parameter, those parameter, you can simply typecasting. This technically in Mule point of view, you can call it as a type queries. Type queries, typecasting, type conversion, everything is same. Okay. So you can simply convert them and you can run it. Then there is no mismatch is there. Okay. So this is the way we can able to call your your store proc with the input parameter. Let us say is an example of out parameter, right? We will see this one, that example also. Okay, 1 second. There is 114 is there, right?
We are passing the string still.
Sorry, which one?
In postpone we are passing string. Na? We have to change 114.
No, this 114 is again converting here as a number.
Okay.
That's what I'm telling. Okay. Okay, this is the one. Let's say there is in parameter is there done. We can create one more store proc with out parameter. Then we will see this one, how we can map this out parameter also. For this one, I created the one store proc, I think employee out. I can give as a what emp count, meaning full name, and into emp count count from employee. Okay, first we will execute this one. I will explain what the work, and we can run this one stored proc. What is the stored proc? Yeah. So you can see this is the syntax to pass the out parameter inside of the stored proc generally. Okay, first I'm executing this one. It is got executed. Then I think this time it is throwing an error. Okay, 1 second. I can change this one. Employee count, because count is the predefined word, right? First we can execute it. Why it is not? No, 1 second, guys. Actually, there is a one thing is there. We can able to show it where it is. 1 second. Yeah, and this is the one generally we are executing as movies, but it is not coming. Okay, yeah, oh, 1 second. Anyone identified what the error? This is the one. Okay. Okay, now you can see in my stored proc, what I am done is very simple. I am creating one out parameter, that is employee count. That means whatever the stored proc, whatever the procedure I am here, I am returning. So this is returning some value. So that entire thing will be available inside of the word, inside of the variable employee count. That means whenever we are executing this employee out stored proc, it is returning one value. That variable name is
Employee count.
employee count. Now the same thing is I want replicated inside of the mule, right? How we can able to get it? Okay,
But
I'm just,
what is
yeah,
integrating here? Can we see what is the
sorry.
count of
The
what?
count is the 11. You can see here I'm running this one, right? You can see this is the one I am returning. This is my stored proc name, and I am returning one out parameter here. That out parameter, you can see the data.
Number of rows.
Yeah, number of count of star means you can see the command I am returning. Select count of star into, that means count means how many rows are there. I want to identify it.
Okay.
Okay,
Got it.
the first one. So in this example, there is only one parameter is there, that is out. Now I want to call this store proc inside of the mule. Then we can key. So what is my store proc name? What is my store proc name? Employee out. I'm copying, and this is the one. So here it is taking one out parameter, right? So here we no need to pass any variable here. So here we need to pass to here. You can see out parameter is there, right? You can observe it. Out parameter section. Go here, edit inline. Then here we need to map the key value here. Click on plus. So what is your key? What is the name we need to map it? Yeah. What is the one? EMP count, right? So whatever the variable EMP count, here also we can able to define it. What value it is sending, general it is sending the integer value, float. Here also we can able to define those things. Okay. So in this example, it is returning the numerical value. Then we can select numerical data type, either integer or number, or depending on that one, I'm selecting the integer, then finish. Okay. Let's say whatever the payload is coming out of this one, I want to return it, let's say. Okay, I don't know, right? I'm executing this one. Save the program. Okay. Yeah, we can hit it. So for this one, we no need to pass any parameter. Let EMP count is not registered as an output parameter. Let's second. What is the one? Oh, what is the need of these things? EMP count and everything is count, right? We can say one more time. Meanwhile, I am missing anything from the stored proc set. Let me check it. Okay, 1 second, guys. Input parameters. Okay. Yeah. What is that variable name? We are passing emp count. 1 second. Let's say one more time. So whatever the value I am passing, that should be out parameter, and I'm repairing that one. 1 second. Now we can hit this one. Now you can see when we're executing this one, this is your payload, and this is the updated context. Forget about this is the one. That means this is the output of your stored proc out parameter, not in parameter. Okay. So how I'm mapping this one? So the same thing here, we can give that parameter name, but this time this employee this variable name is not a input parameter. This is a output parameter. That's why I mapped here this one. Okay, guys.
Yeah.
For example, let us say in my store proc, there is one in parameter is there, one out parameter is there. Then what happens? Okay. So
Yeah.
this is the same thing. For example, there is one input parameter is there, that is employee ID I am using, and it is a number numeric. Okay. So here I am writing where condition, where whatever the employee IDs are there, that particular employee ID equal to, sorry, employee ID equal to maybe mismatched names are coming, then I can give this one ID. Okay, I change the store proc. Previously there is only one out parameter is there, then now you can see we miss out this one. Okay, one in parameter is there, one out parameter is there. Let's check it now. Okay, I change the store proc, finish it. Now let me execute this one. This time we need to pass two parameters. The first one is what is the first variable name? ID. So this ID is a in parameter. Then we need to map here. So this time I'm giving the values, the payload dot ID as a number. That's it. Okay. Let's save the. Okay. So one in parameter, one out parameter. Let's here we need to map the one variable, that is 114. For this one we no need to pass anything here. Let's check this one. Now you can see it is returning the value, some value it is returning. That means your store proc is executed correctly, right?
Yes.
So this is the way we can able to map your store proc with the in parameters and out parameters. Just remember. So here we can able to map your out parameters. Here we can able to map your in parameters. We can rarely use in and out parameter. Just remember.
When to
Okay.
use that in and out?
In and out means depending on, you can the same variable used as the input and output. So we no need to create any separate new variable. You can see, I will show you that simple example. 1 second. There is one. Okay. You can see here, you can this says that name is the same. You can see the same name you are using, the one in and out. Where it is, you can see movies count. You can see the in and out, the same variable we can use it as the input parameter as well as output parameter. Some rare situations they are created like this one, but generally the in and out parameter is the same thing. Depending on if it is if this variable is in and out parameter, then where we map this variable, here we can able to map that one. The same thing. Hello.
Yes, got it.
Yeah. So here you are expecting one more maybe in here same situations. You can click on place. So here you can see there are different things available. Maybe anyone idea about the store proc cursors, right? So you whenever you're executing your store proc, it is returning the multiple items just like cursor or something. So in those situations, there is no particular data type is not available. In those situations, we can simply select the custom data type, and here we need to write it as a cursor. Okay, just remember. Okay, so just remember. So is there any particular data type is not available? You are returning the some array of items or some list of items you are returning. So you can see that particular data type is not available. You can observe it. Okay, so the single only available. Is there any data type for the array? Is there any data type for the array? No, right? So in those situations, you can simply give the custom type here, the cursor. The cursor is nothing but it is returning the data in the form of an array. Okay, database side, just this the one, just remember. In some rare situations, we need to map your custom data type. Okay, that's the one. Okay, so these are the different ways of calling your store proc with the in parameter, out parameter, and in out parameter. Okay, so there is one more thing I want to show you. For example, I want to call the previous store proc, whatever the store proc is there. 1 second. Yeah. So this is the store proc. I want to call it, and I want to store whatever the output is coming inside of a variable, not inside of the payload. Okay, that is my requirement. I think there is one more store proc is that we can get all the employee information. That store proc name is that sample, right? There is one more. First, we have created one store proc name. You guys are remembered that name, sample. We can call
Can
that.
we create one
Which one?
store
We need to
proc
create. You can see. You can simply
from
give the right
behind?
click, and you can see list employee. Then we can create it. Okay. It is not taking any parameter. Then you can write the query like select star from employee. Okay, here you can able to do the some validations also. Just remember the database side also we can do the validation, but it is the data type will take care of this one. Just remember. So not write the single query, we not going to create any store proc. Here also we can able to do the programming part. There is a SQL procedure, SQL functions. The data type is that they will create all those things. Okay, list employee is my new store proc, and I want to call that one. Let's see this one. And I am not passing any parameter. So this is no out parameters are there. Everything is, I am deleting it. So what is my store proc name? List employee. Sorry. Okay, this is my store proc. I want to call it, and whatever the output is coming, I don't want to save this entire output inside of a payload. I want to give this some target. How we can give the target? Maybe, yeah. When we use the transform, what happened? Maybe you are telling about we can click on place and we can able to add the target. Is there any other ways are there? So at the time of the flows calling, we are seen one particular option, right? At the time of flow reference, we are calling.
Set variable.
Yeah, no, you can see there is direct option is available. You can see there is advanced is there. Click on advanced. So just draw here. You can see what is this one.
Target value, target variable.
So the what is the meaning of target variable is whatever the output is coming out of the store proc, we don't want to place inside of the what payload. You want to save them inside of a variable, then here you can do the direct output. For example, you can give ASP output. Okay, output. Okay, so whatever after executing of this one, this entire output is available inside of which variable? ASP output. Now you want to display the data, right? So how we can get the display data? Where's dot SP output. Let's save it and then execute it. Why we are setting the target means we are preserving the whatever the output is coming of the store proc inside of the variable. So your payload is getting overridden by some other component, don't worry. So your data is available inside of the variable and we can able to use it, right? That's what we are setting the target payload when we are calling the stored procs. Just remember the
Okay.
guys. Okay, to preserve the what is the output is coming. Now you can see this is the data inside of your store proc variable, right? So you want to get only this data only. Then how we can get that one?
Result set.
So variable dot that particular dot result set. So this is the way. Otherwise, here also we can able to set the target. You can see. So advanced. So where it is. So I don't want to display entire thing. Payload dot whatever it is
Set result.
result set.
That's-
Here also we can directly map that variable here also. Okay. Let's save it and try to one more time. Let's see.
Why we append in front of payload when we are saving inside variable SP out?
No. We are not saving because you can see, for example, you are performing some validations, right?
Yes.
So after this stored procedure call, maybe you are calling other API,
Yeah.
maybe in the future, right? Then what
Hmm.
happens? Your previous payload is overwritten, right?
Yeah.
Then, for example, you want to do some validation by using this output of the stored proc. Then how we can get that one? It
Store
is
inside.
already overridden, right? So
Yeah.
there is one way that then we can use the set variable and we need to store it, right? Manually, we need to add one more step, but they're
Yes.
providing the direct step here.
Yeah. My question is here when
Yeah.
we are storing everything inside target variable.
Okay.
So while printing the output to a postman,
Yeah.
why we are adding that result set component in front of payload? Why not in front of SP output? Where's dot SP output dot result set here?
Yeah. Okay. You were talking about we can place this one before store proc, right?
No. Now you want to display only result set, right?
Yes. Oh, yes. This is the one.
Yeah. So here also we can add where's dot SP output dot.
Yeah.
result.
Okay. I agree with you. So why I'm written like this one, you can see. So here you can able to map the target variable whatever the value you required. You want to print entire payload, then you can use the what payload, or some part of the payload you want to map it like this one. Maybe in this example there is only one key with the result set, right? Maybe in the real time in the store proc it is returning the multiple objects, right?
Yes.
Just like the result set, maybe employee information, employee data, sales data, they're giving the values like different values. So what is your requirement after executing the particular done? You want to store only part of particular data only.
Okay.
Then how we can, again we need to write one transformation and you need to where's dot particular dot. So instead of that one, we can directly we can map here. That is my intention. In this example, there are two keys are available, right? One is the result set one, the second one is the update count. So what is your requirement? You want to store, for example, you want to store this value only. Then how we can get this one?
Where's dot
No.
SP count.
From this one, payload dot update count one, right?
Yes.
So for example, I want to store only this one, first object value. Then how we can able to get it? Payload dot result set one. The same thing when we executing our store proc in real time, they are returning the multiple objects data. You want to store only particular object data, then how we can get it? So here we can able to write that one. Okay.
Okay.
So instead of writing the another transformation, here also we can able to map it. That's the one. Got it?
Got
Yeah. Let's save, and it is. I think we can execute here. Now you can see that particular data only is available inside of the variable. So this is the way we can able to map the target also. Okay. So this is all about the database operations, guys. In the real time, 99% we need to call the stored procedure only. Just remember. So stored procedure only we can able to call it.
Yeah. We are going to see query signal also, right? Today.
Yeah. Oh, 1 second. I already done that
Last-
one.
last step.
Yeah. We can see. Oh, 1 second. I already. So what is the mistake? What we done in the last one is the query itself we are written wrong. You can see, for example, I'm not executing this one. Select star from employee. Let's save it. Okay. What is this one? Yeah, auto key. First, I am executing the same query in the here. Then you can see select star from employee and let's see what is the order. You can see what is the first record, one Smith HR 2000. This is the record it is returning for the query first. Let's see it.
Yes.
And what is the auto key, right? You can execute this one, right? So what is my requirement? I want to pick the last one. Then, so by default in the database, while we executing the select command, it is automatically make it as ascending order of your primary key. That is the basic principle. So you want to change that one. First, we will execute this command, right? And this is the one. We can execute order by employee ID descending order. So this is the command. It is automatically give the data in the form of descending, right? So what is your requirement? You need to pick the last one. Then after executing of this statement, it is automatically picking the data in the descending order and you can pick the last one. That is the requirement. You can see. Order or DR or sorry. Order by employee ID DESC descending order. Then you can save this one. Let's execute. Yeah, now you can see this one. So previously it is picking the first one. Now we can see. What is the employee ID?
115.
That means you can see,
Last
even though you are executing the select command, but it is picking the last one only. So what is the one? Query single. Got it?
But
Yeah. So this is the end of all the database operations of your right. Yeah. So you guys have any doubt? Then you can ask now, yeah. Because the real times we need to 90% we need to first working on this database side only. Okay.
yes,
Yeah, that's all for today. So I think tomorrow, right? We have the class or not?
Saturday is tomorrow.
Yeah. So yeah, so for the Monday, we can start the most important one, that is the properties files. Just remember, the properties is the most important because everything is we are not hard coded, right? You can see everything in these examples. What we do, we written this command hard coding way. You can see whatever the configuration, the port number, path number, everything we are hard coded. But the real times we are not going to hard code it. So whatever the port number, the database server name, and everything we need to pick from the properties. What is the need of the properties? How we can able to declare it? So how we can able to read it properties in different levels? Those all things we can discuss in Monday class. Okay, Monday class is the very important. Don't miss it. Okay, just
Sure.
remember. Yeah. So from the Monday onwards, whatever the we are creating, everything we can follow the properties only. So we eliminate the all hard coded and we can go for the properties only. Okay. So in meanwhile, you guys have any doubt, then you can ask for this one. Otherwise, we can close the session here. Yeah.
Srinath, in stored proc, I think we haven't discussed in out.
Which one? Yeah. In out.
In out. Yeah.
You can see the rarely we can use this one. 1 second. If you want, I can change the one of the. I think right. In out, we can create one more store block. 1 second. Then. Employee info in out. Okay. I'm giving one variable in out ID. Okay. 1 second. It is a numeric. Select count from star into ID where ID equal, sorry, what is the one? Employee ID equal to ID. Okay. Let's run this one. Finish. What is this one? Employee in and out. First
Table
we can
name.
go. Sorry.
Table name. we just do.
Count employee. Sorry, 1 second. We need placing else. Okay. What is this one? First we can execute here. At the rate ID. I think for this ID we need to pass the value. And what is this value? 114. Let's check it. Okay, it is throwing an error. 1 second, guys. I'm not all, I didn't try this in out, but I will explain it. Move is out. Count everything is right. Where is our store proc?
There's some spelling mistake also. Sir.
Which one?
We
Table
select count E is there.
There is a E next to it.
Maybe it is alias employee ID, and we can give the name. You can change this one as in name where care of counting. You can change this one. Employee name, right? Name equal to the name. We can run this one. Apply. Finish. Select employee where this is the one, right? In out. We need to pass.
That's line 12.
What is the name of we can give XYZ is there, right? Let's check this one. Okay, it is got executed. Then we need to run this one. Select at the rate ID as data. So your data is available inside of this out parameter, and then we need to call it. And there is only one name with the run. That means your out parameter is perfectly working in and out parameter. Then we can go here. And what is this one? 1 second, guys. So this is your parameter. So first variable is the ID. The second variable is the name. So first one is out is sorry. Your name is your input parameter. So we need to map XYZ hard coding. So there is a in out parameter is there. I'm selecting this one plus, and this should be ID. And what is the value here I am passing? You can see previously for the out parameter is not asking your value. You observed it, but here it is asking the value, right? If you want to pass as input, then we can pass it. Otherwise, you can leave it as a main. You can leave it as an empty. Right? Got it, guys?
Yes.
You observed, right? Then you can save the program. And we can, oh, it is showing an error. Let's see where it is.
XYZ.
Oh, no, it is a metadata error, no problem. Let's check it. I think for that one, we need to pass a default value. Let's. Yeah, failed it. Okay. So we need to pass some default value. Okay, then we will see it. Oh, I think it is not returning any value because we are mapped the wrong fields, no? Okay, first we will check this one. One second. Yes, 1 second. Now we can hit it. I think, yeah, okay. You can see it is returning the sum. It is returning some data. How it is returning only employee ID and everything. Oh, what is our store proc? I'm sorry, guys. What is our endpoint? SP call. We need to call this one. Then only we can get it. Yeah. Now you can see for this one, it is not returning any values. Okay. Let's go and see what is the output. Go to advanced. So previously, I'm returning this one. I'm changing this one. So come here. Let's run it one more time. Because the previous store proc, it is returning the data in the form of payload.result, but it is somewhat different now. Now we will see it. So how it is returning the data. Okay. I think this one also, you can see my data is coming, right? So there is nothing difference is there for the mule point of view. So it is how they are creating the, for the SPs, there are the different kinds of parameter we are passing either in, out or in and out. So here we can map here. That's the one. Your duty is how we can able to provide the proper input parameters for the store proc, and it is automatically executing and it is return the data. That's the only you need to remember it. Okay, guys.
Sure.
Yeah. So don't go into deep into the database side because the different teams are there. Okay. So is there any other guys? Hello. Yes or no?
Yeah, nothing from my side.
Yeah. So that's all.